And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Q&A Monday with Renata Daniel and myself, Anne Rekovich. I've been watching the internet. It's been dropping in and out. I don't know why it's misbehaving so badly, but technology doesn't seem to like us at the moment.
Mercury's going into retrograde.
And
What can we say?
Look how white we are on there.
Oh no.
Don't know if it's that white on your end. Are we that glary your end, guys?
Two little white
Oh,
girls.
no, can you just pull your little...
Two little white
Pull your
girls
flap
sing.
up here so we can't see down the back there. No, not... not your boobs!
What flap are we talking about?
The set! Thank you.
God.
Hang on, I'm going to try adjusting the white balance and I'll just put this up. Don't panic. Oh, that was good for a second. Do you see the difference? Watch. And then it goes...
I'll check.
All right, she's going to check.
Let us know how gorgeous we are. Can you see us? Or are we just like white blobs? Let us know.
No, my ponytail's been cut off. Hi, Pink Unicorn and Portable Tree. Always early. Joe, hi Jeff, Renee, Fiona, Jody, Linnell, Wally Jones, Chris, Justin Perryman, and Brent. Oh, hi Brent. Is that Linnell? I think I said Linnell. Robert, hi. Yeah, we're lit. Marilla, Inanna, Bronwyn, Jody, the other Jody, Erin, and Susie. Hi. No, there it goes.
Yeah, we're blown out.
I don't know why. Can you still hear us, guys? The internet signal shit. I've put my husband onto it and he's off YouTube. Maybe it's because you just went on Facebook that it dropped it out. I don't know. Let's get into some questions. We're looking a bit washed out unless we get completely dark. Oh, there we are. We can pretend we're ghost hunting. Can't see the top of Renata's head.
That's a good thing.
Ethereal, are you doing any more work with Isaac, the Ghost Tours and his team? Always entertaining. Yes, we are, Farm Sim. We have a special coming out soon, I hope. Mm-hmm. We'll put this light on here, see if that makes any difference.
It was good while you stood there.
How's that? How's that? We're a little bit dark, but that's all right. We've just got it's reflecting on the glasses there. You can look at my baby blues. Oh, I look cross-eyed. That's not a good look. Right. So, yes, we are teaming up with Isaac for some more things. We've actually got another few little irons in the fire with some other collaborations with some other people, haven't we, Renata?
We do.
And we've filmed that, but we can't reveal what they are just yet.
Now our
custard yogurt, Barbara.
Our dear lovely Christy is online, and she will be posting up some of the events that we have coming up. We are putting on all our events online to the end of the year, so that you can actually go onto our Facebook pages and to Newcastle Ghost Tours webpage, and you'll be able to see all of the events super early, because we have a number of things that are coming up in the second half of this year, and if we are not planned out,
hello, Hobbit Ainsley,
have all of this in and ready to go, the shit's just going to hit the fan. So we just need to have everything organised. So lots of tours will be going up. Please keep checking. We've actually had some people already book in for a November tour. There you go.
Wow. And we've just put the Lochinvar House tour up, and that one is going great guns as well.
So that's 3 rooms sold already?
3 rooms sold.
And how many more rooms do we have left?
Three rooms and 2 single beds in a shared room. But I think they're gone as well. So, yeah, sounds fixed now. It's better. That's better. Here's one left. Oh, there's Susie wants a question. Why would somebody burn black candles? Now, once again, this is where everybody assumes it's a black candle, therefore it's going to be bad.
Yeah, look, sometimes, Susie, it is that they just like the colour black and they think it's spooky and ooky and wonderful. I actually bought a packet of black candles recently that have red inside them so that when they burn, the wax that comes out is red. So I think they're called vampire
Oh,
candles.
I've got one of those.
So
There's a black candle in here.
weird, lovely reasons like that. Some people look at it as protection or banishing or creating a protective circle, banishing negative energies. You can work with black that way. Some people prefer to work with white candles. It really is whatever floats your boat, Susie.
Right. Thank you. That was the candle we used for the Isaac Butterfield special at Lochinvar House. Here's one left to fill. What are your thoughts on dream incubation? Do you do it?
Okay.
What's dream incubation?
What's dream incubation, Bronwyn? Is that when you kind of prepare yourself for a particular dream? So you think about it all day long, hoping that your answer or whatever it is will come through at night while you are dreaming. Let us know, Bronwyn. I may be completely wrong.
Hi, Shelley. And Sarah.
Renee has a fantastic question.
Hang on. I wonder why we enjoyed the ladies working with Isaac. Because we're naughty. We're a bit blunt. Why are you called Anne and Renata, not Renata and Anne?
Because A came before R.
No, it had nothing to do with that. It had to do with the fact that, like, when I take this off here, see how it says Anne and Renata? Because I was sitting on this side, she was sitting on that side. So we typed in Anne and Renata, so it matched where we were sitting. And that's how we became the brand, Anne and Renata. There's no other reason behind it. No one's better than anybody else here. You're the talented one in the family, not me. Oh, where are we up to? Oh, there we are. Erin wants to know you're going to do the East Newcastle tour.
Probably Erin. I haven't set any dates because the tour really these particular tours are really, really hard to book. I won't do them for one person. It's a minimum of 4 people, Erin. So that's what is on the website currently. So if you have a group of 4 people, I will put a tour on, not necessarily dates being set. Just give me send me an email and I'll pick something out.
People too, not comp ones. Does that help a little bit?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good.
Yeah. Got some. She's taught me about lights. I'm learning to bounce light. Any more courses coming up as you don't have enough to do?
Joe, we're trying at the moment. We're sort of bringing the Australian School of Ghost Hunting up a little bit on the Facebook page, putting some things on there. We have all these wonderful ideas of what we can do. It's finding the time to do it. And, sometimes, if we had PAs that we could hand these things over to and go, just do those for us and we will appear and do the course, that would be awesome. But we have to do everything. So all the research and then do the bookings, do the PowerPoint, do all of that. That takes sometimes quite a bit of time to do, as you know, and then we want it to be good enough for you guys, and so these things take time, Joe, but I hope so. Let us know what sort of course you would like us to put on for you.
Big screen demonic dames. That's a good name. I like that, demonic dames. Thanks, John. Oh, sad to hit a kangaroo. I bet you squished some mice. I hope you can hear now, Portal Tree.
Let us know what course you would be interested in coming in and doing on the Australian School of Ghost Hunting, and we'll see if we can put one up for you if we have enough people. No, Patty, we are not sisters.
No, we aren't sisters. Danielle, I think it was the Ryan Institute that we're talking about? RHINE, Rhine Institute, or there was Centre of Excellence. It's dropped out again. I don't know why.
Mice eating through you.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's freaking mice. So I think it was Rhine Institute, or what's the other one that we like to do? Oh, the School of Parapsychology, but I don't think Kieran's run anything at the moment.
At the moment, no. He has one on exorcism and possession.
Oh, does he? I've done that one.
Strange
it's
about
a good
that.
one.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. He's pushing that one at the moment. I think it actually started today.
It was an idea that Lloyd was talking about during a Zoom session last week. As you fall asleep, you repeat to yourself what you'd like to dream about. Oh, I haven't heard of that. So you've heard of that?
Yeah. Yeah. I really haven't done that much, Bronwyn. I'm too busy trying to fall asleep, let alone planning what I'm going to dream.
We actually want to sleep. We want to have a sleep of the dead so we just don't dream and just sleep. Hi, Mark. How are ya? I believe you're going to be a granddad. Congratulations.
Look, Anne and Renata Good, aka Christy, I know you are our PA, but goodness, I mean, yeah.
What's wrong with it?
We can't give you that much work to do. We can't, because we just don't pay you enough.
No, we don't. Hi, Andrew.
So Christy, our PA, is putting up some links at the moment to particular tours that are coming online, and you can find on the web page.
The Stroud one's sold out, isn't it?
Yep, the next Stroud one is sold out. The next Miss Porter's house is sold out. There are only 2 more Miss Porter's house dates available, September and November. The next Gloucester tour is up, and you can book in for that. The Dubbo Jail tours are up, and you can book in for either the 7 to 9 or the 9 to 11 session. We have 2 on that night. Do you need anything special to make your own Ouija board? Look, Renee, we've seen Ouija boards made on brown paper bags with texture. Really, people write the alphabet on pieces of paper and then pop them on the floor or on a table, and get a crystal or something that they can use as a planchette and do that. There is nothing particularly special.
The hair colour look really good.
That you need to do to make your own Ouija board. You can also buy ones that are like $500, $600 that are, hand engraved and done and are absolutely gorgeous and beautiful, and really they're a work of art. They will still be as sufficient when it comes to using them as the ones that are pieces of paper that are on a table, because it isn't the Ouija board. The Ouija board is just your focus thing. It is the people who are using the Ouija board. That is where the talent or non-talent lies.
It's a bit like having an AM/FM radio that you switch it on and you tune the stations and people are singing and there's DJs talking. The actual radio does nothing other than just transmit the information. There's somebody at a radio station that's working really hard putting stories together and all that sort of stuff. So it's the medium between the person listening and the person creating the message. That's what the radio is, or the Ouija board. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. Andrew, yes, there is a school for psychics in the UK. A little bit like Hogwarts, and it is called the
Collage.
And we have been
We've been there, we've studied there.
We have been rightfully ignored by people who have gone there, and you stand in line for breakfast and they all stare at you going,
oh yes,
they've only been here once.
I've channeled a master
I've been here 25,000 times. So who do they think they are? Get to the back of the line.
Remember we went to Perth and there was the lady that used to be one of the tutors there, and she was coming to our seances, and she loved what we were doing. She thought we were fabulous, and people at Arthur Findlay just didn't want to know about it.
No.
Academia EDU, was that it?
No, Academia EDU is where the forms are. The people will write papers on different subjects, and if you want to have them looked at by your peers, discussed, torn apart into 1,000 pieces and then put together again, you write these papers and then you put them up, and one place that you can find some of these papers is academia.edu. I mentioned that last week, and there are some awesome topics that you can find there.
Oh, we've both had our first AstraZeneca COVID shots, haven't we?
Yeah.
Ended up with such a sore freaking arm out of it. Oh, geez, John, that sucks. Sorry, just flashed that so she doesn't get to see. It's just. Oh, there is nothing that we would love more on this earth to do that. It's actually my dream. It's my goal to own a historical location that I can actually run stuff at with her. She'd have her own little apartment there as well. Actually, maybe we can ship our husbands off somewhere else and we can just go live there.
Yeah, I can have chooks and dogs and a horsey in the back.
Can
we have a horse?
Talking to you. I have a horse, yes, please. A ghostly show. Is that the spirit box? Is that what you're talking about? We do that when we do our lives. Renata quite often will go live from locations, and it's normally on the spirit box, although nothing happened the other night.
Oh, yeah. But you know why? Okay, so we were at Wollombi. We often go live while we are in one of the sites, and we put people on the spirit box on the headphones, and we say to them, now if you hear anything, please let us know. We're going to go live, and part of it is so that they can go back to it and listen to it for themselves, because they don't know what's going on when they're on the headphones.
We can never remember.
So we record it for them and for you guys. And so the guys get on, and there's just dead silence. Oh, it makes for riveting watching. No. And of course, after 10 minutes, I've gone, nothing's happening here.
Stop it.
This is really embarrassing. And so I've said goodbye to everyone. And then, of course, once you stop and they take the headphones off, they go, oh, I heard these really long conversations on there. And
there was these voices
there are
talking.
These voices talking.
This male voice kept coming back over and over.
Saying 7 and all of this. And we're going, why didn't you say anything while you were on there?
Because they thought they might have been wrong.
So yeah, so things did happen. It's just that no one said anything at the time, so it's as boring as all hell.
Why do I feel there may be poltergeist, but not a Ari just random? I've noticed.
Josh Ghost, we need more information. Why do you feel there may be a poltergeist?
What's happening?
Does that mean that you feel that there's a poltergeist around you or in a particular spot? And what you're saying, from what I think you're saying, is it's not some random poltergeist, but someone that you might know. May be completely wrong, but let me know if that's what you're trying to say.
Do you find that some equipment works better for one location than others? Yes. Yes. And actually, we find the SB11 headphones experiment that we do works better sometimes in some locations, and in other locations it's actually the portal works better for the direct spirit communication. There's some locations you might get some K2 activity, and then but then the next week it's not, which I find really interesting. But
we set up REM pods all the way down the stairs at Miss Porter's on Saturday night, and we had an awesome time. If that thing was going off, and then it would go off on the stair below it, and it would go off when we were telling jokes.
Yeah.
And then it would sit and not do anything for a really long time. And yet there have been times when we have been at Miss Porter's house and we've set the REM pods up and they've done nothing.
Yeah, it used to be really active with the REM pods and then it just stopped. But we think we've worked out what that was now. Oh, there you are. Danielle's picking up on someone's hanging around you. Who have you got hanging around you at the moment?
Who? Me?
Mm.
Who? Danielle?
Sorry, I'm just trying to find... There you are, Daniel. Who was hanging around you today? Not me, for a change.
I've been swearing a lot today, Danielle, so that might be a reasoning for it, because I'm just having one of those days where everything I touch seems to fall off tables. Yes, poltergeist activity. But yeah, my fingers are doing it. So I'm bumping into things, I'm pushing things over, I'm falling into things all day long. So yeah, I don't know.
And
May have been someone from Saturday night at Miss Porter's house.
That's where we were. I'm thinking what day of the week. Where was that? Wollongby, Miss Porter's, Maitland Jail? I don't know. Mark, the table tipping, we haven't been able to do as much of it as we used to. But the last time we used it big time was at Lochinvar House for our sleepover. And it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. There was somebody there that took a shine to one of the blokes that was there, and it walked out of the room, down steps, up steps, into the other house to go and find him. It was insane. We were all giggling hysterically.
And look, we do find that having a bit of fun and laughter does help and assist when you're doing things that are quite physical. When it comes to physical mediumship, just sitting there and being very quiet and very focused sometimes doesn't give the space enough energy for things to start happening. So if you're finding that nothing is going on when you're maybe using a Ouija board or anything like that, tell a couple of jokes. Or as Anne did, introduce yourselves. And what we did at Miss Porter's house was we went around the table and everyone introduced themselves and talked about things that they liked and just made themselves and the spirits feel more comfortable that they were there. And that seemed to help. That really sort of boosted things along.
So having a sore arm means you've already been exposed to COVID at some point?
Don't know, Danielle.
Definitely hasn't been through our house.
Yeah, give us more information on that. I had a very sore arm as well. It's one of the things that they said is a side effect, sore arms and having sore... stop it, Danielle!
I bought it on Earth 2. I own it on Earth 2.
Having sore arms and joints and headaches is quite common.
Yeah, my joints are like so sore.
Yeah, I know. We can have chooks, goats, rabbits, horses and ghosts. Oh.
Yes, I do have something new, which I haven't even used yet because I couldn't find it to take it out with me. I bought myself a tri-field meter.
Oh, that's a new fancy
tri-field meter. It's a digital one.
I had the old boxy one, which I sold.
Unboxed it yet, so there you go. Hang on to that.
And she's not going to, obviously.
It's got a sticker up. My hands are sore.
Oh, baby. Why doesn't it break your heart? Let me get to it.
I'm just scrolling.
So a tri-field...
Oh, Andrew's had a strange dream about a priesthood using incense.
Oh.
I don't think we want to know any further about that one.
This is very nice. Look at that. So the tri-field meter is a super electromagnetic field monitoring device. And it actually has your magnetic and electric points. So it kind of does one or the other, which is interesting. And
hi, Kate. How you going?
Frequencies. And the great thing about
congratulations on your, how many was it? 900,000.
Yeah.
900,000 downloads. Holy moly, dude. That's just incredible.
The great thing about it is that it is digital. Have you got a 9-volt?
Oh, you're speaking to the battery queen. All right, excuse my cleavage as I come crawling across here.
Do you want to stick that in? Or?
Oh, I can. Very talented at sticking things in. Right. Got to cut that off first.
Oh, let me just show you how this works.
Yes, please. I want to read the instructions before I take it out.
You never read the instructions,
yes,
do you?
That's what you're meant to do. I'm forever going on to people about they must read the Destructions.
How are you, Kate? How are things going? Yes, absolutely. Congratulations for 900,000 downloads. I hate you, but it's really awesome.
40,000 downloads in
Awesome.
27 episodes, I think it was. So we're pretty chuffed with that.
We're just waiting for 3 beards to come on now, and then the party will be on. Okay, so here we go. I've set it to the electric mode.
Yeah, we're loving the parabolic here. That is something new that we've been working with as well.
And so this is what we're getting here. If I put it back here, it actually drops down to 1. So there you go.
So what do you have it set on at the front?
Magnetic.
Aha.
Electric. So this is awesome because it shows you exactly.
Oh, it's got radio frequency as well. Oh, awesome. RF.
And here's the magnetic one. So this is very schmancy. If you're very much into writing down results and things and kind of looking at getting quite professional with what you are recording for people, then this is awesome because it will measure the smallest of gains in the fields. So that's very, very good. How much was that?
I honestly can't remember.
A bucket load? That would have cost a pretty penny.
170 US before postage, so wasn't cheap, but I like to try and...
Oh, there's a battery.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, now, Danielle, interesting you should say that because I have hearing aids and I use the portal sometimes and it goes right into my ear, so I'll be sitting there with nothing and I can just call stuff out and people go, it's a little bit odd.
So, for magnetic fields, power lines, appliances, wiring in walls and motors, turn the knob to standard mag or weighted mag. A typical home with low EMF will read less than 3.0 milligauss on standard mag and less than 5 milligauss on weighted mag. That's interesting. So if you've got more than that, you have an EMF issue, which might be contributing to you feeling as though something weird is going on, that you might be being watched, or you might be having headaches that are coming from who knows where. Or there might be some spirit activity around.
I like Cade's question. I want to get to Cade's question.
Okay, how long? Oh,
we're open. We're open to the possibilities. Well, I mean, we actually already do have a TV show that we did a 4-part documentary, which we keep banging on about, and Bianca keeps promising it's coming soon, but she's been saying that for 18 months.
Yes.
Which
and we still haven't finished the second part.
Yeah, we haven't finished doing the second season of that. So we do have that, but yes, if anyone wants to come and grab us and film a pilot and we get maybe an executive producer on board, and then what do they have to do then? Find somebody to flog it to someone else? And yeah, we're open to the concept. Anytime.
Yes, but our tiny little brains, that's not our
We've never gone looking for it. We've never ever gone looking for a TV show. We've always had people come to us and ask us to help them with stuff, and that's all we've ever done. And the space between came from that, which was awesome, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. But and then working with Isaac as well. We are always open to doing other things. Where do you draw the line when it comes to the paranormal and supernatural? It's such a broad subject. Ghosts, poltergeists, demons, the devil, angels, vampires, werewolves, shapeshifters, etc. You've left out Cade's favourite. We don't have the cryptids. I think of Tripty, which is Roman's workpot mate. Cryptids, yeah. Obviously, Holly's a lot to answer for, just curious. I don't know. Lizard people, yeah. Heard of them. This is something I've grappled with, and I've sort of come to the decision: you choose your speciality. When we first start off as paranormal investigators, we sort of have a look at everything, and then there is a little bright, sparkly, shiny objects which goes, come to me, and you sort of go down the rabbit hole of that one.
Although, Renee, there are points where you go, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that one. Nope. No.
I remember Isaac and Claire were talking about taking us Bigfoot hunting or cryptid hunting. We're like, do we have to walk in the bush?
No.
No, we don't do spiders. I mean, we would if you really wanted us to, but it's not our cup of tea.
And I mean, lizard people...
it could be true, we don't know.
I'd love to have a conversation
You
with
see the skin around my nose from all my hay fever? I look like a lizard person at the moment. Oh.
Yeah, Renee. And it is their rabbit holes that you go down, and you find a little piece of information, and then that takes you to another place, another place, another place. The deeper you go, the darker it gets, though. Just be careful. There is always a point where you kind of cross the reality line and go into something that is just really, really crazy. So look at where your information come from and what sources you are following. Really, really important. But yeah, look, keep an open mind to all of these things, because what people will think that the stuff we think of as normal for us is pretty way out and silly. So why should we disclaim other people's beliefs and of their experiences? And people have had really crazy experiences, so yeah. Carolyn, we are working on some merch as we speak, and this merch is going to be awesome. At the moment, we cannot sell any t-shirts because we cannot get them made in bulk, because they then become awfully expensive. So we have to get to a place where we can confidently sell a few hundred, and then we can make them at a price where people can actually purchase them.
Because they'd just be so expensive for you guys at the moment.
The only other thing is that we can put designs up on things like Redbubble or TeePublic or places like that, and you can get one specifically made for you yourself, because they will make them per job. But again, you're going to be paying $40 $50 for one. The whole t-shirt saga is one of those things where we've
got designs and things done.
Can work really, really awesomely, but we need to buy in bulk for that to happen, and we need to buy sizes in bulk too.
And we're getting there, but we're not
there yet.
We're not big enough to be able to drop $10,000 on t-shirts and hope that they sell. We're just we're making double figures on our sponsor per episode.
We'll be left with t-shirts, and we'll be making dresses and nighties and bedclothes and sheets and everything out of them, and that will just be sad.
Andrew Morris, welcome Andrew. A shadow went across my bedroom wall last night about 1 a.m. Couldn't sleep after that. Luckily I had the day off work, and I was still wondering what the heck it was.
Andrew, wow. That's interesting. Has that happened to you before, or is this the first time? And where were you yesterday? What was going on for you? Please be aware, we've got a full moon coming up, and that normally does stir a lot of energy up in some cases. And I think we've got it's a full moon and
it's a blood full moon
eclipse or something as well.
Yeah, it's all sorts of stuff. Well, you better know about that by tomorrow when you talk to Louise.
So it's all a little bit crazy at the moment. And yeah, everyone's just got to be a little bit centered.
Sorry, just scrolling through. Obviously, a little bit behind. People are loving the new machines. I like the t-shirts that we've got on. This was from TeePublic, I think, this one, Calling the Spirits. I bought a whole heap for our Naughty and Nice Tarot shows, which will be coming to a location, hopefully near you.
An announcement will be made before the end of the week. Now, Portable Tree, can you use the device, the trifilmeter, for ley lines. Probably could, but you could also use dowsing rods.
Yeah, there is some contention as to the validity of ley lines. So I would agree. I think dowsing rods would be better.
Yeah, they're kind of your first port of call. Go low tech before you go high tech and spending $300 on the device. That is then going to sit in your cupboard if you don't use it.
Whoops! And it just all jumped. Yeah, if you want to know more about UFOs and cryptids and all that sort of stuff, head over to Cade's podcast, which is Believe something. Oh, sorry, Cade.
Oh.
Good night, Patty.
It's called Believe.
Yeah, well, we are rock stars. Charge what they do.
It's called Believe, Paranormal and UFO Podcast, and I'll just show you what the page looks like for all of those people. See, Kate's smart. He comes on our show and we talk about him for the next 5 minutes. That's what we're going to do to you, Kate. There you go. There. See, that's what it is, Believe.
Oh, look at us darken out in the background.
And Kate's had the gorgeous, what's his name?
I don't know. You're telling the story.
You've done tours. You've done.
Don't hit that arm. Don't hit that arm.
You've done investigations with him. What's his name?
Done investigations with a lot of people.
He does a whole lot of UFO stuff.
Oh, the guy that lives that Isaac did the special with.
No. Oh, Attila, yes.
Oh, Attila Caldi, he's gorgeous and so knowledgeable. Oh my God, that man. Yeah, he is pretty amazing. Oh, what are we up to? It's jumped again, sorry.
Yes, blood, supermoon, eclipse and full moon, the whole shebang. Sit down, have a cocktail, enjoy it, and make yourself some promises to yourself and go, I'm going to make a change here now. It's a good time to do it when full moons are around.
And we're going to be on Cade's show before much longer.
Anytime, Cade.
Well, we are. We're already booked.
Yeah.
And we had to change. I think it was actually supposed to be on in like a week or two. But I can't remember what came up and we had to switch out.
I think we were going away. Were we going away?
Yeah, I think it was. Attila is the best. I got him on the show as much as I can. Such a wealth of knowledge.
He is.
He was one of the first people I met when I went to Sydney for like a paranormal get together that a group had organised, and he started to talk, and I just went, and I couldn't stop. I don't think I understood half of what he said, but he was so knowledgeable.
Yeah, plus he's a very, very skilled photographer and
yeah, I've been on a couple of his
media
shows. Paranormal Uncut, I think, was one. Moonlark Media, so look that one up.
Yeah, is there something on 7? Was it Prime
Videos?
Prime Videos. There's some things up that he has done. So if you want to see some of that, go to Prime online, and you'll be able to see some of his shows.
Oh, how about a GoFundMe for the hotel?
Oh, Loftus Hall is for sale, portable tree. If you've never heard of Loftus Hall, Google it, and you'll see it's in Ireland, and it is on a windswept hill with not a tree,
bum duck nowhere,
not a tree, nothing anywhere.
Nothing can grow there.
It is freezing cold. And it is superb, and I would own it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Joe, he does have a Facebook page, which is Believe.
Who?
Cade. Yeah. Any other questions for us this evening?
No, they don't want to know anything. It's Monday. There you go. Believe. Oh. There you go.
Oh, you're talking about, okay, yeah, Moonlark Media, yeah. But if you type in Moonlark Media, I think, on Prime, you'll be able to find it. Actually, I think I typed my name in and it came up. And I didn't even know I was on Prime. I had no idea.
Moonlark Media. Oh, we got it here. That's about as good as it will get. Moonlark Media, there you go. And you'll find some of the things that Attila has done. He's very big on cryptids and going out to the bush and finding crazy things in there.
And they went to Chernobyl.
Yes,
they went
did.
Ghost hunting in Chernobyl.
Yes. And he has a kind of a thing happening at the moment called Track, Search for Australia's Bigfoot. But again, if it is something that you're really interested in, it's awesome, and it's Australian content. We know these guys. We know they're great. And yeah, follow and support, and that's the most important thing. Without you guys supporting and following, they can't do what they do.
Thanks, Christy.
Certainly Believe can't do, Kate can't do what he does. We can't do what we do. And that's why we bang on a bit sometimes about, support and finances and all this sort of stuff. But no one's getting rich quick on this stuff. All of us are doing it because we're passionate about doing it. But yeah, we only have 2 kidneys, and once you sell one, you kind of need the other.
And the whole thing has started up again about making money in the paranormal.
Oh, give it a rest, guys. Will you please? Give it a rest.
You know what? Do what you want to do. If you don't want to make money and you just want to research or do whatever, perfect. Good stuff. Go do it. If you want to be making money and running tours, good on ya. Go do it. If you want to be on TV shows and that's your golden life, good luck to you. I hope you make it. There are so many different ways to be involved in the paranormal field, and nobody should be standing in judgment of anyone else and what they are doing. The only time I would stand in judgment of someone is if they were ripping people off and charging hundreds of dollars to perform a cleansing of a house and then say, oh, you've got more bad juju there, or you have to get some more removals happening, it's going to cost you more money, which is what the trolls do when they come online and say, PM me for a private reading. So each to their own. Just let everyone go do what they love doing and stop all the hoo-ha.
It's enough ghosts for everyone.
Yep. Enough dead people for everyone. Yeah, everyone support everyone. That's right, Cade. Do we hold regular seance sessions lessons?
We did have one a few weeks ago at Witch and Willow. There was a seance lesson there, a starters. We did that.
It's a very hands-on things to do, so it's difficult to do that via the internet. We might be able to do a glass one, but
yes, it's kind of not the same because you've got to really get the feel of what is going on. And you've also got to sit and allow these things to progress. People who do a lot of something make it look really easy, and then when you don't get the same results in the same amount of time, then what happens is you either think, well, they're lying because
face to face.
I did it once and it didn't work, or after 2 sessions you go, oh, I can't be bothered because it's too hard. And with all of these things, everyone needs to spend a lot of time in preparation and getting themselves into that zone of it becoming something that just becomes an easier thing every time you do it.
We do have the Australian School of Ghost Hunting, where we ran some courses last year, but as we were saying earlier, we can rerun some of our Ghost Hunting 101s, we can rerun our Ouija board spirit
communication.
What was the other one we did? Something about
protection.
Mediumship for ghost hunters. So we've done 4 courses. It's just that it takes so much time to put those courses together, so we can't churn them out that quickly because we want them to be quality. We don't want to just churn it out to make a buck, although it helps to make a buck and pay our bills. Yes, Joe, I don't know what happened to poor Alison and Cag. But this is why you should always go to the source when somebody is saying something that is something happening somewhere. Go to the people privately and quietly and say, look, I've just heard this. I just want to check with you what's happening, rather than just vomiting everything all over Facebook. And there was a lot of issues with that, and it's just dreadful. I don't know whether it was scammers or it was people trying to use their name to be able to get into locations. I haven't spoken to the girls to know exactly what went down, but it was really horrible, and they were getting absolute poop from other teams, and they've done nothing.
Yeah, which is really sad. It's sad on a number of different levels, and what it does is it also makes the sites really wary of all of this. So the sooner they could have been contacted, the better it all would have turned out.
He has heaps of other theories, sightings. Are they theories you support? I'm not sure who you're referring to, John.
Is this Attila John? Is that
or was it the comment that Andrew made about Zach Bagans? Oh, Renee, that would be awesome. That would be really good. Do the Lochinvar weekend. That's the one where you get a nice bit of luxury, and you get breakfasts and dinners, and you get a bit of seance work and a bit of ghost hunting. Yeah, we can bring out the old courses and do them again for sure. And then might work on one more to add to the repertoire. Oh, and Christy's got her meditation classes that are coming up too.
Absolutely.
Who are you gifting it to, Christy? Be careful, there's a lot of people online here at the moment.
Christy's going to be running her meditation classes at Wallsend. Have you started yet, or is it this week that you're starting, or next week? Oh, Wednesdays I think they're going to be on.
Love you girls, you helped me. Oh, awesome, thank you, Belinda. I watch Ghost Adventures with Zach on TV, and they are great. They are great entertainment. He is all about demons all the time now that it's got ridiculous. That was the only thing. And I get it. They need to get ratings, and people in America do enjoy anything that's demonic. But I still watch Ghost Adventures every now and then, just so I can yell. But I also like the technology that they're using, and I love Bill Chappell. Bill is an awesome human being.
Belinda, if you come on Thursday nights and post your question, we might be able to answer it for you then. We do our live tarot Thursdays between 8:30 and 9:30, and we do free readings at that point in time. We do have a lot of people come on. We don't get to all of them, but we do get to some of them. So Belinda, come on a Thursday night on this channel and see whether we can hit you up with a reading.
So you back from doing sport yesterday? Did you have to walk home? I was wondering, I thought, am I meant to pick her up and take her home? There was no discussion on that, so I assumed I didn't need to. I'm gifting it to Renee when she comes to visit. Right, okay.
Subu, it's not Tarot Thursday, my sweet.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Come back on Thursday night for that one. You're on the wrong show. This is where you can ask your paranormal questions.
But that's interesting, having a boy that's named Chat.
Oh, both so cute.
Very awesome.
Oh, so cute.
Very awesome.
And we take compliments. We love compliments. Thank you. Yeah, do come on. Oh, cool. Talking to William. How are we going for time? We've got about 10 minutes left. Is there any other questions? You can ask questions about us. You can ask questions about paranormal. You can...
I'm just trying to hide my stomach.
Yeah, I just went off about my underwear the other day.
Hold on. I'll do this. This is what happens. Okay.
No, Devon, I was so sad.
This is what happens when you sit at a computer all day long to write. Your body starts to sag.
This is why I wear black.
And you go, oh my God, that just looks disgusting.
Just let us know where you're all from. Give us the country or the town that you're from, wherever, state. Devon, we were scheduled to go to the Conjuring House last year, and I was actually had two very special friends that were coming with us. Oh, actually three, because we had the gorgeous lady we met in America. I've done like several American trips with it. Anyway, yeah, we had her, and we had, I always want to say Mandy, but it's not Mandy. Bill Chappell was coming with us, and he was going to bring a friend. We're not sure who the friend was, but I'd booked the Conjuring House for Renata and I, and we were going to investigate, but thank you, COVID, go away.
Yes, we do have a New Orleans trip planned for next year. I guess we'll see whether that happens or not. We're going with a bunch of other people from overseas, and apparently the itinerary is going to blow our minds, so Geister said.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And I mean, last year's itinerary was going to blow our minds, and then, yes.
That's a good question. Miss Machiavelli, what locations in Australia have you not been but would love to?
I'd love to go to some Queensland locations.
Yeah.
I haven't been up there to investigate.
South Australia. I'm dying to go down to South Australia and do some investigations.
And Perth.
There was some great... I would love to investigate Fremantle Jail, but they won't let you. And there was the place Windbridge, or whatever it was we were going to, that we'd set up a whole conference that everyone was going to, and we booked accommodation. And remember that in Perth?
Mm-hmm.
It was a home.
And Devon, you're from California.
Oh,
Hi. Wow. We're going to be on tomorrow again. And we're going to be actually talking about crisis apparitions, and we're going to be talking at your time about 8 o'clock in the evening, and it's going to be on the Paranormal.
It's East Coast. It's different. You're on the West Coast. I don't know what the time difference is there, but it's 8 p.m. EDT. So, because I think they're on daylight savings at the moment. Yeah, we didn't go because of the pandemic. To become a poo bar, you need to go to, Christy will put the link up there, but you go to Patreon and search for Anne and Renata Frightfully Good, and will come up, and that's where it should be.
And Belinda, you are from Queensland, 30 k's outside of Toowoomba. Wendy, Port Stephens, awesome.
There's a couple of versions of that now. There is one called Ghost Tube, which is an app on your phone, which was created by Amy's Crypt. That's Amy and her husband created that. There is the SLS X Cam, which is the one created by Bill Chappell. And
there are a couple of people doing things.
Yeah, there's the bodgy homemade ones which fall to bits and are cumbersome and pains in the butt.
Jenny, I got the app put on my phone to have a look, and the problem that I'm finding with it is that when it's dark, you don't get anything.
Because it's not using IR light, it's using normal light. So
it's got to be lit. When it's dark, you just don't get anything at all, which is a bit sad. They might be able to update it in some way and fix that, but at the moment it's just not doing anything for me because I can't use it. I can't use it in the dark.
What's the most memorable conversation you've shared with a spirit?
I'd say when we had our tattoos done.
Yes! Oh my God, yes!
That was probably the most memorable, and it was part of the world's largest ghost hunt last year, or the year before.
It's about 3 years ago now.
And yes, the year before that, and this energy came around that was just so intense, and you could feel the change and the shift, and that this particular spirit was
ancient.
Yeah, just something else. And he gave us a whole series
goosebumping now even thinking about it.
He gave us a whole series of answers to some questions that we were supposed to ask as part of the world's largest ghost hunt protocol, which is happening again this year. And it was so profound that we all just sat back and kind of went, wow, it was quite life-changing. And you can feel when that happens. You can feel when something is life-changing. You remember it very, very intensely. And
for me to actually engrave it on my body means it was a pretty profound thing. Yeah. All right.
So yes, Bronwyn, it happened.
I used to work in a hospital was shut down. Where will the beautiful spirits go?
Yes, Sarah, that's the thing. Where will they go? That's a hard thing. We have a site here in Newcastle that had the Newcastle Hospital on it, and now it has apartments and hotels. The ghosts live there.
Hey, Johnny Smith.
So they've moved into people's homes. We have the East Wing too, which is one of the most haunted areas up there, and that part of the hospital had lots and lots of ghost stories associated with it. It was one of those open air wards where the breeze could go straight through from one side to the next, because they believed that fresh air would help clear the miasmas and the some of the germs and things that were happening at that point in time. People who live there now in some of the apartments will still tell you that they see some of the old ghosts coming through.
We've got Johnny from Seekers of Souls Paranormal UK.
Oh, hi, Johnny from
Welcome.
Seekers of Souls Paranormal UK Lives. Awesome, lovely to meet you. Send your link in so that we can come on and say hi and like your page.
Yeah, Queensland, I'm busting to get up there and do some more. What's the scariest...
Hi, Broome, Western Australia. Awesome.
What was the scariest investigation you guys ever had?
We haven't really had a very, very scary one. Anne had a few issues at the Pontefract house. Where she was hoping for
trying to get something to happen.
Major things to happen. There was us and a whole bunch of
basically newbies.
English people.
They're all very newbies, the ones that we had there. Never investigated before, and their first one was the Pontefract poltergeist house.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that for the first one. Jesus Christ.
Some of them were terrified. Yeah, that was a moment for me where I was up on the landing by myself with I was blindfolded, had my back to the bedrooms, and the stairs were right next to me. They had a locked off camera on me, and I was trying to engage the black monk, and nothing much was really happening, so I decided to do something I don't normally do, which was be a little bit rude, disrespectful, and say a few nasty things, and all of a sudden you felt the atmosphere change, and I just went, yeah, no, I think I've done enough now, I'm going. But I lasted up there quite a bit by myself.
Yeah, you did. They were putting people up on the stairs, and you put your hand up and said, I'll go.
I'll go.
We were also put into the room where apparently most of the activity occurred. But kind of nothing really occurred that night, and I guess that's what happens. But we did do a episode on True Hauntings about the Pontefract poltergeist house, and that might explain a little bit more. So you need to go to True Hauntings on iTunes or Spotify and check out the episode that is all about the Black Monk of Pontefract, and whether indeed there was ever one.
Did we find it was a true haunting or not?
Question.
Have you ever had a spirit tell you who killed them? Because we could solve crimes. There's another business. Oh boy.
I've had two experiences, Renee, where a spirit has given me information about their death. But I have never had a spirit reveal to me who did it. Although I did go to see some ladies who were having some poltergeist activity in their home, in their unit. We knew exactly who it was coming from. Well, I found out who it was coming from. And she did know her killer, And these two young ladies were about to go to court for her with regard to that.
I remember that.
Yeah, and she wanted them
Yeah.
to be really, really strong and to not fear to say who it was. So to stand up for her, and that's why she was coming through in such a profound way. So that's probably the closest I've come, Renee.
I have had an EVP up at Maitland Jail above the kitchen, because I love that area up there, where this female voice says, "My lover made me do it." So she sounded like she was confessing to something. My lover made me do it. I've got crazy EVPs
That's
up there that
interesting.
day. We're just about finished.
We're done for tonight.
Yeah, if we can get to Toowoomba, we will get there. What scares us? Spiders. Or doing a seance and nothing comes through.
Oh, that is so shit scary.
Scares the life out of me, because we will not fake it. If nothing happens, nothing happens.
We had a pretty rough trot on the weekend, and it's so frustrating, because you really want things to happen for people, and when it just doesn't, you just sort of sit there and all you can do is go, well, we tried our best and that's all we can do. And sometimes there are blocks on either side, whether it's from the spirit world or those that are sitting at the table. There can be blocks. And all you can do is give it your best shot, but there are certainly times when really nothing happens, and or whatever happens is just absolute gobbledygook and plain rubbish, and we can't make anything out of it.
Because we used to sit every Thursday night, and quite often we'd be getting gobbledygook, and or it'd start off really well, really strong, and then it'd just peter out, and then it would start going to nonsense. But we have been very lucky, blessed, if you want to use that word, in our private seances, that we've always made a good connection. I'm touching wood, and having validating information come across from those people who needed some sort of healing.
And Paddy, your question or what you've said there, you should go to where Ivan Milat took those poor people a couple of years ago, and you may not remember this, but we do. There was a ghost hunting team that went out close to.
Well, they were going to run tours.
And they were going to run tours, and they were going to do a couple of things, and they were scalded by the media.
Mainstream media.
And everyone. They were ripped to shreds, these poor people. And the interesting thing out of it, Paddy, is that what it brought to the attention of the public was one of the ladies that they were actually talking about all the time, the young girl that they couldn't find any information out on, and it turned out to be the same girl who was connected to the baby in the suitcase. So only because they did what they did, did the attention come to that particular girl, and then the baby in the suitcase connection was made. Other than that, it wouldn't have happened. But they were slaughtered, absolutely slaughtered, Patty, and I feel really, really sorry for them.
Even in a recent episode with Isaac Butterfield, where he is walking amongst the gravestones at a cemetery, we wouldn't go with him. We said you have to go and do that by yourself, because if they see ghost hunters walking around places where loved ones are buried, the public get up in arms.
Yeah.
They misunderstand what we do, although there are some people out there who do the wrong thing. So we just, out of respect, won't go and do that. So unless we have permission from the community to be in the cemeteries, which we do for Wollombi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, we need to get off the air. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Thank you for your great questions.
We'll be announcing some dates for the Naughty and Nice Tarot Show by the end of the week.
Yeah.
Our first round of dates.
Live shows.
And
don't throw eggs.
And we'll have more things coming up very, very shortly.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you all on the dark side.